Hey friends, welcome back to Evocative Scents. For a change, today I will be covering some excellent designer fragrances and that too at very affordable price point, almost in the category of some Middle Eastern fragrances. And since the sales are going on, you can snag one of these perfumes if you find it on sale. These are some great entry-level designer fragrances and in my opinion they should cover you for most of the occasions and in almost all seasons. If you are tuning into this channel for the first time and you love fragrance related content, do consider subscribing to this channel as your support really means a lot to me. So let's dive in. Now I will be going through the packaging real quick here and I won't be going through individual spray tests. All three perfumes have good atomizer, not pressurized ones, but they will get the job done efficiently enough, so I have no complaints there. Starting from the Varvatos XX Artisan Teal, it comes in a teal color packaging with some sort of crown logo with XX written on it. The good thing about this specific perfume is that it comes in 125 ml, so although it comes in EDT concentration, you have slightly more juice to fall back on. As you can see, it is very simple packaging, nothing fancy here. And now on to the second fragrance, Defy Parfum. Just keep in mind that this is not the EDT one, nor is this EDP, but it is the Parfum or Perfume, whatever you may like to call it. In my humble opinion, this is the best in that lineup and it is a notch higher than the rest of the Calvin Klein perfumes. As you can see, this comes in austere deep blue packaging. Once again, nothing fancy but very classy. Now moving on to the final fragrance, one of my personal favorites, the Valentino Uomo EDT. Well, the Uomo Intense is even better, but good luck to you if you are able to find one in the vicinity of this price range. The packaging is simple once again, but this time with little more textures, and these are raised enough so that your fingers can feel them. And this crystal pattern is also continued in the bottle design as well. The box is of warm grey color with Valentino Uomo on the front, but the bottle in my opinion just looks stunning. So let's jump into the smell section now. Starting with the Varvatos XX Artisan Teal. This is the most affordable one on this list and also the most summer friendly one. It takes a little bit of inspiration from the YSL, but it is definitely not a one-to-one clone. This one has a coastal, aquatic, summer vacation vibe to it. It opens up with a bright citrusy accord with very light aromatic spices, with very slight green undertone. The citruses and the green accord are not overly expressive in this perfume, which also makes it much more unique in my opinion. The scent profile is very enjoyable, extremely refreshing and very mass appealing as well. This smell has an oceanic, aquatic, salty facet to it, which reminds me a little bit of Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio Profumo line. Not a clone or anything like that, I am just vaguely reminded of that, and that is due to the salty notes present here, which feels a lot like the ambergris note. There is always a hint of aromatic qualities that lingers on with this fragrance. This perfume dries down to a very clean and musky smell with just tiny amount of woodiness. If you love clean, fresh, aromatic marine smell, I think you are going to love this fragrance. Since the prices are on the very affordable side, I would highly recommend you to try this one out. As far as the versatility is concerned, I would consider this one to be unisex with a touch on the masculine side and is more suited for the casual situation. However, you can get away with this in the formal settings as well. If you want a fragrance for regular use that will smell somewhat unique and get you compliments at the same time, then this one is very easy to recommend. On the performance front, you can easily get about 5 to 6 hours of longevity with an hour of decent projection, which is actually good considering this is a fresh fragrance. And you are also getting that 125 ml of juice. You can go easy on the spray routine, with 6 to 8 sprays would be my recommendation. On to the second fragrance of this list from the Calvin Klein. It is the Defy Parfum. The EDT was very basic in terms of smell, with the EDP being slightly better, but the Parfum takes the crown easily. It is also one of the most underrated fragrances from this brand. This bottle is of very dark blue color, so you might think that this can be a clone of Bleu de Chanel, but it is absolutely not. In fact, it is very far from any blue fragrance. Although this perfume is more suited for the cool weather, this fragrance can still be worn in spring to early summers. This perfume opens up with a touch of fruitiness in the beginning. I also detect a little bit of mintiness at the top, both of which settle down very quickly by the way, giving way to slightly powdery but more aromatic, soft lavender. There is also a gentle sweetness that covers up this perfume, not the one you get from the vanilla accord, more like a dark chocolatey note mixed with that aromatic lavender. I also detect a bit of patchouli at the very end of this fragrance, not very prominent but gives this fragrance fragrance a very dark and earthy feel. Very aromatic, not overly fresh, will get you compliments but with a slightly mysterious feel. In my humble opinion, this fragrance can be perfectly unisex and is extremely versatile as well. You can wear it to the office or for the casual events since this fragrance is not overly sweet. While this perfume is very good on its own, it can also be an excellent candidate for layering. If you want to layer it as a summer fragrance, you can combine it with a sweet orange perfume, but if you want to take a dark and dense route, you can layer it with some vanilla based fragrance like the Spectre Ghost. And if you want to be creative, you can even try with some oud based fragrance. And now on to the performance aspect of this fragrance. The longevity of this perfume is very good. I get about 6 to 7 hours of longevity on clothes, but the projection is on the softer side, and this might just be due to the Parfum concentration. While both of these previous perfumes were very good, these were certainly not the best option for a date situation. For date situation, you want a pleasing yet somewhat unique and a fragrance with an extra oomph factor. Well, the Valentino Uomo just fits the bill. Before getting into the scent profile, I have to clear one thing. This one is absolutely not very good in terms of performance. And if you want better performance with this kind of scent profile, you will have to get the Uomo Intense or maybe the Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, which is more boozy in terms of smell, and both of which are much more expensive than this fragrance. While the performance isn't the best, the same thing can't be said about the scent profile. In fact, it is one of the most beautiful and seductive scent profile you can get for the money. A very powdery lipstick makeup iris along with some chocolatey and nutty nuances makes this fragrance so beautiful. It is so irresistible, you won't be able to stop yourself from sniffing it again and again. There is some sweetness, some powdery waxiness from the iris with a touch of spiciness and nuttiness. It smells very rich, luxurious and classy. One that will certainly leave an impression on anybody who is going to smell it. The scent profile is such that it is soft, seductive yet alluring. A perfect scent for that intimate situation. The bottle design is very unique and stunning in my opinion, and eye-catching as well. If you are just starting out a fragrance collection, then I will not recommend you to get this one. It is perfect for just one situation, but this perfume is perfectly unisex. More like the Uomo Intense than the Uomo Parfum, both of which are legendary in terms of scent profile. But if you are looking to buy this perfume, only get this if you are getting around the 5000 Indian rupees mark. Maybe a bit more but not much more than that. Because once you go higher, there are a lot of options in the higher price category. Even the Uomo Intense from the Valentino itself, which is much more longer lasting than this fragrance is. From what I have read online, this is getting discontinued, but it is still available in some places and is very underrated as well. So if you are getting it for the right price, just go for it. Well, regarding the performance, I get about 4 hours of longevity on clothes with just half an hour of projection. But as I have said earlier, don't get this fragrance for performance. You would want to get this just for the scent profile. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you took anything value of this video, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And before closing out this video, I wanted to share a few thoughts. By the way, review part is over. If you want to skip it, certainly feel free to do so. I wanted to thank all of you, subscribers as well as viewers, for a small yet significant milestone. It is due to your support and feedback that this channel stands where it is today, having completed the 1000 subscriber mark. I try to improve the video with the best of my ability and with your honest feedback. My goal was to keep the reviews as precise as they can be and helpful to all of my viewers. I also try to answer most of your questions, and also thank all of you subscribers who have supported this channel with their likes and comments as well. And I even appreciate the silent views as well. And besides that, a special thanks to Mr. Joy Amin and Mr. Rodney from the Perfume Experience channel for their support for this small channel. A big thanks to all of you for supporting this channel, and hopefully with your support we will reach bigger milestones even quicker. And that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.